Hey everyone who will stumble across this video. This video is honestly birthed from a genuine reflection that occurred today. I don't know if you've seen that American commercial, I'm Canada based, that's like, you're sitting on the phone, you're watching TV, your life is passing by. I don't even know what it's for. I think it was for real estate. I don't know. Anyhow, I realized that your girl missed out on $250,000 worth of scholarship opportunities that I did not take in high school. Okay. I can't go back to high school, but I know that some of you who watch this are either in high school, your mama watching this, your daddy watching this, your uncle, your cousin, your niece, your nephew. So I'm straightforward at times, but I'm also goofy. It's called Tay tea for a reason. So if this is not your cup, just letting you know it ahead of time. There ain't no tea in the cup, by the way. Anyways, I'm going to tell you the 4 scholarships that are the $250,000 that I'm talking about. This is not clickbait, so you can take out your clickbait glasses and hear what I'm saying. 4 scholarships I'm going to talk about with you today. Okay, so the first scholarship is, you know what? I said I can be straightforward, right? I'm going to give it to you straightforward, and then I'm going to give you some lessons, real life lessons that I learned. Let's do it class style, okay? I'm gonna share my screen, okay? I'm gonna share my screen. We gonna do it class style, all right? You hear me? All right, y'all seeing my screen? Great. Okay, so for scholarship, there's a Terry Fox scholarship. It's not just open to high school students, but it's great to start from high school. Great to start from high school. And their maximum reward is $28,000, okay? Next one, TD Bank has a community leadership scholarship that is at the value of, I know I saw it somewhere. I ain't lying to you, this ain't clickbait. 70,000. It's not showing, it's 70,000 though. It is 70,000, okay? 70,000, all right? Manulife is tripping on me right now. Manulife has a scholarship that is worth 10,000 each year annually, and that's 40K, right, for 4 years of a degree program. Lastly, Lorraine's Scholarship Foundation has a scholarship with a total value of 100,000. Now, I know I dropped math as soon as I could, but you gonna calculate with me how much that is. So we said Terry Fox is 28,000, right? We're gonna just use the 2 digits. So 28, the TD is 70 plus 70. Manulife is 10,000 per year, which is 40,000, right? Plus 40. And the Lauren scholarship is up to the value of 100K. That equals, 238. Okay. My bad. I think I said $250,000, but less than $250,000, near $250,000. We're going to say that in the title instead, near $250,000. Anyways, I say all this to say, this is near $250,000 worth of scholarships. And guess who's it targeted at? High school students. High school students. I did not know about the Terry Fox scholarship in high school. I knew about the TD scholarship. I made it to a round, I got rejected. I knew about the Manulife scholarship. I don't know if they had changed it, but the Manulife scholarship has some specific criteria. I did not know about the Loran scholarship, okay? I'm in 3rd year uni now, and I'm kind of just like, I remember when I was in grade 10, and I said I would apply. Later, I regret it, okay? And though I have applied for scholarships, I'm telling you, one of the best things that you can do is start in high school. And the acronym that I'm going to give you comes from 5 reasons. SCORE, SCORE, okay? Number 1, you have a story, okay? You have a story. Not every scholarship requires for you to show your marks. You have a story. In fact, the Terry Fox Scholarship is actually based on his characteristics. And okay, you might not have the same story as Terry Fox, but do you have a story where you had to persist, where something down on the inside of you was bigger than what you were going through and you wanted to persist to overcome? Next one, community. In high school, you have community resources at your fingertips. It's not to say that you will not have community involvement when you go to university. No, but in high school, at least in Canada, you need 40 hours of volunteering. You can put that down on your scholarship. Number 3, opportunities. I'm telling you, it's not that the potential for getting scholarships is over with once you finish high school, but there are more opportunities targeted towards high school students right off the bat. Sometimes for other scholarship opportunities, you have to look in deeper, but a lot of scholarship organizations are trying to take students right off the boat, okay? So I said you have a story, okay? You have community. You have community to your advantage. Some of you may only be doing community work because you need to graduate, and that's okay. But you can use that to your advantage in scholarships. How about the clubs that you do at lunchtime? How about the things that you do after school, right? High school provides this little community for you to do different things, and university does as well too. But if you're anything like me, when I first started uni, I said, I ain't doing nothing but keeping my head in my books. I don't got no time for no society, this, society, that. And it's no offense to anyone who is in a society. But when I first came into uni, I'm telling you, I was nervous and intimidated. I wasn't about doing no community this, community that. Use the experiences that you have right now in high school. I was doing community work from 12 years old, and I didn't start using that until 17. So that's 5 years worth of scholarship value that I could have used to apply that I didn't use, okay? Third one, opportunities. Fourth one, rooted. Rooted. What does that mean? When you apply for scholarships in high school, you root yourself because now you're creating a foundation and a plan that will actually help you in your undergraduate degree. What do I mean by that? You just heard me say that there's nearly $250,000 worth of scholarships for high school students. Let's say you were to win 2 out of those $250,000 worth of scholarships, right? One of them, let's say you win the Lorenz one and it's 100K. And let's say you win the Terry Fox one and it's 28K. And you so happen to win one before the other so they don't conflict with each other. Because sometimes with certain scholarships, depending on how big they are, they have a limit as to how many scholarships you can earn outside of the reward you've gotten from them, right? You're set for your undergraduate degree. You're set. And I don't know about you, but we're going to check. Most undergraduate degrees, average cost of Canadian undergraduate degrees. Guess with me, because I don't know off the top of my head. Average cost of Canadian undergraduate degrees is about, see, it varies here. It says tuition is like about 7 to 10 grand for students. But let's just do some quick math, okay? And I'm speaking to Canadian students. I will have some content for international students as well too, okay? But let's just do some quick math, okay? Let's say your program is 7 to 15 grand, because sometimes the schools, the more prestige they are, right? Basically high reputation, the more their tuition costs, right? 7 times 4, 28. 15 times 4, let me get out the calculator because again, like I said, I dropped math. 15 times 4, I believe is 40. I was wrong, 60, okay? 7 times 4 is 28, right? 15 times 4 is 60. So you could be looking at 28,000 to 60,000 for your undergraduate program. And if you start applying for scholarships in high school, you're rooting yourself for the plan that's ahead, okay? Last one. Experience. So again, I'm using the SCORE model to bring this message to you tonight. Experience. When you start applying for scholarships earlier, you actually build a portfolio for yourself of experience, meaning you're going to start to see some scholarships asking the same thing, and you just have to rearrange certain things to align with their values. You start to build up a portfolio so that when you're in a position like me, where I'm still going to chase after them scholarships as much as I can, you have experience. You have a wealth of data from yourself as to what you learned, what didn't go well, what did go well. I'm not sharing this with you lightly, because you want to know another thing? We go search it up. Let's take it to class. How much in scholarships go unclaimed in Canada? Okay. Ooh, baby. Oh, honey, I'm going to share this with you because, again, like I said, it ain't clickbait, so you can take off the clickbait glasses because I'm keeping it real here. It says nearly 100,000 scholarships worth $200 million every year. And I just shared 4 scholarships with you that are worth near $250,000, which is 250,000. I was one of those students missing out. And mind you, you're probably wondering, why should you listen to me? Baby, don't take it from me. Go check out them scholarships. I ain't the expert, but I'm sharing what I've learned, because this is coming from a person who does apply for scholarships. But can I tell you, in high school, I wasn't as keen as I am now. And I understand we all have different stories and time commitments. But if you're in high school, and whether you're working or not working, I'm telling you, the strategies of high school and uni are similar, but the pace at which things go can be different, right? Everyone adjusts differently. I'm not going to tell you that your first year is going to be a horror or a nightmare. But what I'm telling you is high school provides you with a structure that you can even use to your advantage in applying for scholarships. What do you do at lunchtime? How early do you come to school? You get what I mean? University has the same classes on a weekly basis, right? But it's not at the same time. Whereas high school, and if your high school setting is different, cool, because I know there are non-semestered schools, there's a little bit of more structure, right? And a lot of these scholarships, they have like a 3 to 6 month window as to when you can apply. You're not alone. There is support, and I will be talking about this more. But I'm coming on here to urge you. I hope this is a sign. I hope this is a reminder for some of you, because you've probably thought about it like I did in grade 10. Oh, I'll apply for scholarships then. When I'm in, then I'm like, dang, near 250 million. And I want to emphasize something again, because again, what we went through today was the Terry Fox Scholarship, the Manulife Scholarship. I don't think I mentioned the name of the other one. Therefore, the Terry Fox, the TD, the Manulife, and Lorraine. But here's another one actually too. Okay, you know what? I don't have all the editing skills, but it actually is more than $250,000. There's a scholarship called Rotary Toronto Scholarship. And they give 10,000 a year. That's where, see, you know what? I might have dropped math as soon as I could, but I ain't that shabby with it. So there's a Terry Fox scholarship worth 28,000. The TD scholarship worth 70,000. Manulife worth 40,000, getting 10K a year. Loran scholarship worth 100,000. And Rotary Club, which is Toronto based, but the Rotary clubs, if you search that up, they have different scholarships for different locations. This one specifically is 10,000 a year. So before this one, it was 238. With this one, 278. This is more than $250,000 of scholarships and near 300K in scholarships for simply being in high school. And not just with simply being in high school, but being in high school gives you that advantage, because guess what? I'm not eligible for more than half of these scholarships. Why? Because I'm not in high school. And there's something I want to emphasize before I leave this video. You have a story. You have a story, hun. You don't have to make it up. You have a story, and scholarships don't only want your marks that we read in this Global News article, the fact that $200 million worth of scholarships go unclaimed. It's not just about marks. It's not just about marks. You have a story. And the great thing about sharing this story with scholarships, you're not even standing before an audience. You get to learn about yourself. The reason why I say this, and this is for somebody, the Manulife Scholarship specifically is not for everybody. The Manulife Scholarship is actually for a student who has experienced the passing of a parent. Now, this is my first video, but I do not believe that it would be so rare to happen that a student sees this video who is in high school, who has experienced the loss of a parent. And everyone experiences and reacts to that differently. And I respect that. Maybe even in the loss, grades tanked. You get what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, they're not even looking at the grades that tanked. You're getting rewarded for such a traumatic experience. $10,000 per year. So these are just a few tips that I wish I knew, so that I wish I didn't give up the potential of $270,000 worth in scholarships. But you don't have to. You can score. Why? Because number one, you have a story. Number two, you're connected to community in your high school. Number three, there are more opportunities for you. Number four, this is a way of rooting yourself for the future. Because ain't no undergraduate degree program as cheap as a Starbucks drink. That's none under $5, okay? Okay, and hustle, great. You got your part-time job, great. But at the same time, scholarships pay you more in the long run than even a part-time job can. And number five, it builds your experience, which I'll be talking about later on. But I hope this just encouraged you to even look at these scholarships, because I'm going to drop them below. You can score. I missed, but I want you to score. Take care.